suited.
You know, Jesse, to anybody watching this who's used to watching TV poker, they're going to see something slightly different here, because in most of the TV poker events, the big blind is twice the small blind. But in this particular event, they keep the two of them the same, which means that there's an awful lot more play. We're going to see a lot more flops. We're going to see a lot more real poker played here than you'd be used to seeing playing at the TV poker event. So if it looks a little bit strange, that's what it is. It's poker.
I think the Danes have come with a bit of a reputation here. I mean, Team USA will be well aware that they have a very fast game. Do you think they'll sit back the first level and allow Denmark to have its way?
Well, I don't think Kenneth James knows how to sit back. I think if his team captain told him to, he'd say okay and then go on the attack. Ken is a player whose best game has been in amongst the chips, so the Americans give him the license to do that.
Nice little raise.
Can I raise him more?
From Kim Christofte with the King Deuce, and Carlos Bocanegra. How does he realize that this King 10 is so strong? He's announced a re-raise.
What do you want to raise it up to?
Yeah.
Double or
yeah,
more?
double.
Double. Okay, so it'd be 6,000 total. So if you give
you can raise whatever you want.
Two blue, that's
Put all the.
Give me those. And take that.
Theo Jorgensen has shown a wonderful knowledge of the rules, and that's one of the best parts of his game. He knows what the rules are at all times.
Cool.
And Kim Christofte, obviously he's priced in no matter what Carlos has here for the minimum
Well,
raise.
interesting to see the Danish footballer having a go from the button. I mean, getting the hang of it quite quickly. I think we might find Carlos come out betting this on all known form. He probably bet
2,000.
2,000.
Well, Christofte won't like being priced in here, Parg. If his king does hit and he plays for it, he's going to be in terrible trouble.
Raise.
Oh.
2,000 more, 6 total.
Lovely play from Kim.
Well, it is great. I mean, it looks to all the world like Kim Christofte has a queen.
The problem is he may have found the only guy in the world.
Pass.
Oh, that's strange, because Bocanegra had got a bit stubborn in some of the early pots in the early heats in the semi-final.
I mean, Parg, in a lot of ways, that was world-class play by both players. Carlos Bocanegra taking the hint, reckoning that Kim couldn't raise him without top pair, and Kim just bluffing.
It's a very natural thing. It just comes up.
Everybody still in Team USA. The captain, Mike Sexton, leading Carlos Bocanegra. He can be a hero, while Denmark, Theo Jorgensen and Captain Gus Hansen have the charge. But don't forget about Kim Christofte. It's a team effort here, and Kenneth James will be leading the Team USA as far as the cheering goes. He's plenty of play as well.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Oh, go on then. Belly up to your keyboard, and quicker than a 3-minute egg, you can get involved in our competition. We are giving you the chance of winning a poker prize you simply can't play without. Shuffle up and deal round your pad with your own PartyPoker.com poker kit. There's a 4-fold poker table, 2 decks of cards, a set of chips and dealer button with a customized chrome flight case. All you need for the perfect night of poker with your mates. We've 10 to give away, and all you have to do to win this prize is answer the following. When you have the best possible hand at that particular time, you are said to have the, is it A, nuts, B, nibbles, or C, nachos? To enter, just go to www.5.tv/poker and answer the question. Entrance must be over 18. The competition closes midnight on the 25th of July. It's not just the competition on our website. There's loads more poker hints and info for you. Check out the Test Yourself section, where you can see how good you are at spotting a bluffer. If you don't fare too well, don't worry. Click on Watch Now, and some of the biggest names in the game will fill you in on their tips and entertain you with their poker stories. So log on to www.5.tv/poker.
They don't score 3 goals a month in hockey. How's anybody going to get a hat trick in one game?
Good point. Good point.
Chip leader is Kim Christofte. He's there's a Danish trait. He's doing it himself.
Pass.
And those sunglasses mean business. We could be seeing 3 raises in a row here, Parg.
Call.
You know, when this guy came in to play his first
Pass.
round of heat,
Well, you can't win every
all he
five
was
if you don't
prepared
play
to
well.
talk about
Break
was
that
how
trick.
nervous he was, and that he was probably going to put on the shades as soon as he got in, just so he could
Check.
kind of hide a little bit. He's been playing like a lion ever since. I wish people had stopped lying to me.
Well, Gus Hansen with the
Raise
option from the big
4,005
blind, and he
total.
will exercise
Call.
it with the ace-queen.
This is a pretty orthodox move from Gus Hansen, which is probably the first orthodox moves we've seen from him. And it's the third match.
He has a bit of a decision here. He could get himself into trouble.
All right,
But,
way to go, baby.
Pulling off the flop.
Call.
And Kenneth James probably feels like both his cards are live, but if an 8 comes down, there could be fireworks.
7-5.
It's a pretty nice flop for Kenneth James, Parg.
Beautiful flop for Kenneth James. It's one of the flops you're kind of looking to hit with a 6-8.
Check.
4 or 9 would suit Kenna
check.
nicely, but the free card given by Gus,
7.
well, it's kind of improved Kenna's hand. He missed the straight, but he's made a flush draw now, Parg.
Made a straight flush draw.
8,000.
We kind of thought there might be fireworks between Gus and Kenna, and we're getting our wish. If Gus feels like his ace is ahead, Parg,
Look at this.
Call.
he's prepared to back his judgment, isn't he?
He certainly is.
Pass.
And do you
Gus
think,
was
if, do
antenna
you think
pretty
if he
good.
had raised here that Kenna would have called?
I think it depends how much he raised, Jesse.
Here's the river, 4-9. There's the 4. He's made a huge straight. That was probably Kenna's best card. It's very disguised.
It certainly is, Jesse. And I can see Gus calling him again with the ace
Yeah.
high. Oh, God. That's no way to get chips, Kenna. And again, he doesn't know that Gus doesn't have anything.
Gus could bet for value here.
I think
Check.
Gus would probably put Kenna on a busted flush draw. And
600.
Straight, and that's straight.
Yeah.
Team USA hitting the card on the river.
it's a very American trait to clap yourself. But the World Series this year, they got the guys, remember all the guys sitting down at the table. They said, now, a lot of people have come from a long way away. Why don't you give yourselves a big clap? I mean, is there any other country in the world where they go for that?
Well, you know,
Does it make
Parg,
you go,
Kenna James has missed so many
Yeah,
draws
when
in
you
this
were younger, you used to
tournament.
bluff the pot,
He finally hit one, and
But he was betting, he was betting the ones he missed.
Had him on the flush draw.
Yeah.
So
Kenna
missed the
explaining there
flush
that
draw, and
he
then you
put Gus on the flush draw, so he
want him to bluff.
when the flush didn't come, though
I
Kenneth made
would
it straight. He checked it to Gus, hoping to get a bet out of Gus,
Just 12. You're not asking for much.
No.
which is
12.
pretty logical, I suppose.
You know, he threw 8,000 in like it was peanuts. Huh? Like peanuts.
Gus may not have called the bet on the river.
Well, he could
Hard to
probably
know.
he could probably only got paid for his smallish bet on the river, whereas Gus might have
Pass.
bluffed it big with
Call.
the busted flush.
Limp in
Raise
from
to
Carlos
4,000
Bokenegger
total.
with the pocket pair. And the raise by Theo Jurgensen. It looks like Kenna James means to give some protection to his teammate. He may even repop it. King 5 of hearts, Parg.
Don't make me nervous now.
I'm absolutely. There isn't.
Nah, it doesn't get nervous.
Re-raise to 16,000 total.
Well, Kenna's
Pass.
got a few chips. He doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't like to have a big stack in
However,
front
if
of
I
him.
start looking at you, you might get nervous.
Pass.
What will Theo do here? Any chance he could fold here? It's about 12,000 more, Parg.
Well,
Look
a lot
at
of
Kenna's
a lot of players would fold in this spot.
It might.
In fact, a lot of players would have folded by now. I'm not sure Theo's falls into the a lot of players category. Re-raise would be brilliant.
Call.
Decided to peel off the flop, but this is actually a pretty big pot already. 35,000.
Well, Ken has been doing that a little bit in these heats, and that he's getting involved in big pots early on. Which,
Ace, Queen.
oh, look at that for a flop for Denmark.
Well, it is a royal flush draw. It's an open-ended straight draw
King of
and
a nine.
a flush draw, yeah.
King of a 9 will make him straight. I bet he's check raising here.
18,000.
This is Ken has got himself into a whole load of trouble here without any particular good reason. apart from the fact that he won the previous pot. You know, you're supposed to go and tilt when you lose the previous pot.
I mean, Theo's basically a favorite against nearly any holding Kenny could have part.
Yeah.
All in.
We raise all in.
As it is,
Oh, shit, I lost an eye.
he's over a 2-to-1 favorite
You
here.
lost more than an eye, Kenna.